who and or what resides that we know of in Mount Shasta? And who said that they reside there? Who decided? Sure, we've seen articles and stories, and we've read books, maybe some videos of this, that, and the other. That's right, the Lemurians are located over in Mount Shasta. Okay, Telos is supposedly a city under Mount Shasta. And let's go to Mount Shasta, and I want you to try out your strongest clairs and just tell me what you feel when we're at Mount Shasta. So I want you to just, now I want you to stand at the base of the mount, and I want you to look up at it. I've already been there, so I have an idea of what it looks like. So it just makes it, I suppose, a little bit easier in that way. But it doesn't really matter entirely what it looks like. We're just seeing if we notice any movement. We're just seeing if we are being drawn around. Where are we going? Where are we going? Are we going to the left, to the right? Where are we being drawn? Okay. All right. I have the Lemurians just smiling and waving at me. It's really sweet. Where is your attention being drawn at the base of the mountain? I almost feel like we're in the Lord of the Rings. We are going to pass. Oh. Perfect. To the door, a portal. Is it an actual physical door, or is this like a non-physical door? Hone in on that. You can also sense a yes or no response in the body. Is this an actual physical door? Is this an energy door? A doorway? I'm going to go with the second one. I get a tight pull back in my chest. Yeah, non-physical. Opening. Where does this opening take us? Where are we going? Lots of love. Yeah. Isn't it great? Aren't they just great, Deborah? Where are we going inside the mountain? Are we going straight into the mountain? Are we going up the mountain? Are we going down below the mountain? Are we going to the left, to the right? Through? I'm feeling a lot of energy right to here. Right there, right now. Loving energy. We're going to go down and meet everybody. That's right. That's exactly where I see. Okay, so I go in. Where is everybody? And I see I'm going down, and I even see my head pulling down. So what do you see when you're going into the mountain? I see them deep under the mountain. Fairly deep. Okay, so what are we seeing when we go and we look? Yeah, and there's a lot of light, and it's not dark. Isn't that fascinating? Yeah, you know, they're all like happy. They're waving and they're giddy. So we're picking up on their emotions, their excitement. Giddy. Beautiful. Helping. Yep. Helping humanity. Now, are the Lemurians only in physical form like we are? In the third, more of a third dimensional physical vessel? Or can they shift and be non-physical? From what I've been shown is that they can move from being physical to non-physical if they want, similar like the Bigfoot can. They can, if they want to. And that's probably where books have been written, where individuals have been around Mount Shasta and they've seen them with their physical eyes, right? Now, of course, if they want to shift and move, they can. I'm sure they're in the non-physical most often. I mean, if you can be in non-physical, then that probably just makes it a lot easier to live down underneath the mountain. And if you guys have seen the Celestine Prophecy, the movie, it's kind of like that, where they just shift from physical into non-physical. And then the other people around them just don't see them. And then if they lose the focus or the attention of where they want to be, they come back into the physical, for example. So let's sit and let's each of us channel a message from them for us. Okay. So whatever message that they'd like to relay through you, whether it's a feeling or a thought form, they're just letting me know that they predominantly are in the non-physical, but they can move into physical when or if they need or choose in order to get someone's attention, to show themselves briefly. But the feel of, where they are located is it feels like they're just holding a lot of light in this location, and it's just the way forward is being in non-physical, obviously, down there. Boy, the energy just feels incredible, doesn't it? Whew. Mm-hmm. We are so happy to see you, appreciate you being here. Good things are coming. We are here to assist you. Balance, peace, and love. Be there for one another. I hear this so often from Jesus as we move forward, that, it's really important that if someone needs help or you feel guided to help someone, that you do. Yeah, I feel really hot too. You can see my face is getting quite flushed. We love you. Glad you are here. You may tune into our energy whenever you like. All love. They one time told me that if we ever want to connect with their energy as well, that we can sit near a tree and they'll come up through they will send their energy up through the tree roots, up through the tree to be with us. So if we want to do it that way, but if we want to connect with them anytime, we can. They're just talking about tearing down any walls and being authentic and true and real within ourselves, for ourselves. And that will help make it easier for us to connect with others rather than operating at times through superficiality or the ego. It's all about connecting with each other and helping each other moving forward. Okay. What Spirit tells me is that as we move along into the future here, the prices of things are going to keep going up. Inflation is going to keep going up, and it's going to be difficult for many. So we may need to move in with each other. We might need to take someone in for a while. We may need to give a helping hand. And it's really important that we come together and open up together and be authentic and true with each other. Isn't that great? They just want you to feel comfortable. That's how I felt the first time I went. I was like, oh my God, this is incredible. It took me a minute to take a beat to see what I'm seeing, experiencing, not only seeing, but feeling. But I could feel that they wanted me to stay, and it was very inviting, and they wanted me to feel comfortable. Grow your own food. So I'm just going to hone in and see, are there any other energies in this proximity that are here? I mean, we could talk about the ones that come and go, but let's talk about the ones around. And they're talking about energies being cleared out. So who has done the clearing? They have. And there's been a lot of light frequency penetrating the area, clearing out dense frequencies. Not super close to them, because dense or lower vibrational energy wouldn't want to be around their energy. But any energy that set up camp or set up shop would feel the need to leave. Okay. There's a lot of light frequency permeating the planet at this time, helping to cleanse her, which they're really happy about. And there's much more yet to come. So I'm just going to ask them if they'd like to relay to us what's coming this year, just this year. let's try this year. Maybe I'll tap into next year a little bit. So this year coming up, it's going to feel much more unstable energetically. The Lemurian I'm speaking with is giving me a sensation of like panic, like not being able to afford certain things. The pot's going to get stirred, stirring of the pot. And to come together and to support one another is really important. Okay, moving into 2023, more of the same, and things escalating even further. So there's going to be pockets of chaos on the planet that are escalating and getting worse. But we are not to place our attention there. The light is needed within you, and your vibrational frequency being high is really important at this time. So please center yourselves and place your attention, focus your attention in the direction in which you want to create more of as the manifestors that you are. To place your attention repeatedly upon the goings on in the world that are chaotic and with upheaval, that are heavy and low vibrational. Just allow other people to sort that. If they want to focus there, let them focus their attention there, but you don't have to, and it's not necessary that you do. Okay. Don't get drawn into other people's drama, fear-based mentality. And righteousness, having this righteous path that they are right. And please listen to me. I know what I'm talking about. But if it doesn't resonate with you guys, don't follow that, okay? We don't help people by joining them in the chaos. It's not going to help them long term, right? So the light is needed exponentially at this time while this is all getting sorted and cleared out. And sometimes we need to stir the pot to bring in more light too. Okay, and to have things transmuted. By fall into winter this year, it's going to be a time of transmutation, hunkering down, slowing down, resting more again, and then things picking up again in the spring. And you know, they're saying many are going to have a spring in their step. Many are going to be light-filled. Many are going to be joyous and happy. And they'll be reaching out to others to see if they need help or what they need. So please don't place your attention on the goings on in the world, in other pockets or areas that are heavy in frequency, because there will be equally more pockets of energy that are shifting in a much more high vibrational direction on the planet. So don't waste your time and energy focusing on the depths, because you are putting all your energy and attention when you watch the news. Oh, what's happening? Oh, okay. And then you sync your own frequency, and then everybody gets affected by you turning the news on in the room, and then everybody gets affected by your energy tanking. So really, where are we helping this whole situation? All right, so we've got a couple years coming up, and wherever you're guided to move or be, go in that direction, okay? I'm guided to stay here. I keep hearing Eric from Channeling Eric. He's like, don't worry, you'll be safe here. And I'm like, what are you talking about being safe here? So there's going to be, pockets of like chaos, turbulence, rioting, vandalism, stealing. Because what happens when the prices of things go so astronomically high? People still need to meet their needs, right? But what Spirit tells me is that, wages have been low for so long. And not only just the wages, but the treatment of people has not always been great. So these changes need to be made. And so how do we make these changes? How do we change things? By, inflation's one way, or stirring the pot. Okay. So there's going to be certain areas of the planet where it will be much more it'll be much more stirrable than other places. So I guess Eric's telling me to stay here because it won't be as stirrable. Yeah, big cities, no bueno. Yeah. And actually, that's another thing that I was hearing during a reading recently, is that a lot of people are going to move out of the cities, and a lot of people are going to move right out into the countryside or out into the wilderness. Tons of people. I mean, quite frankly, there's people moving out to the forest here. Two different situations came to present. One was living in the forest and got ticketed. Another one was 6 men and their paddle boards were living off a trail in the forest recently and living there. And obviously somebody noticed or tattletaled, and they got fined. Their paddle boards got taken away. So there are people just moving into the forest right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that too. A lot of people are okay with being stagnant. You can't be stagnant and hang out and pay your low rent and smoke your weed now. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh yeah, absolutely happening now, but it's going to intensify. So get ready to just let it simmer down over probably the next 2 to 3 years. Okay. Have a lot of forest walks, a lot of decompression, and just taking it easy and looking after yourselves and looking after your own energy. All right.